Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and it's time for a little god block. And I'm here at my base, standing here at the separator, and you notice that the light collector on my right has been fully charged, and the one on my left there is not, because I've been coming up to here and saying, well, I'm not actually using this to separate anything. There's the block. And so I've been breaking them as they get charged. And like that one's not fully charged, but I've been collecting up these imprisoned lights because I can use them to craft things, but also they do a real good job of charging up stuff there in the charger. So you know, these little bits of mysterious bush that creates the mysterious powders, that's like 5 power each, and that's 100 plus, so you know, it's nice. And hey, it's free. Since I'm not actually actively using them, I can get the imprisoned light out of them. Other thing I did is I came in and I processed all of the ore that was down here, the stuff that could be ground up by the grinder, and ran them through here. And oh yeah, let me grab this guy. Used about 3,000 power out of this crystal because he was fully charged, and that went ahead and did a good job of making, let's see, all of this iron, that gold, and the nether quartz, and almost all the glowstone. I think there was like 5 glowstone that I had, so that worked out very, very nicely. Now, one of the things I would really like to do is I would like to make this repairing paste. To make the repairing paste, I need to make the raw repairing paste. And for this, shards of pure giver, got that. Soul dust, got that. Mysterious dust, lots of that. Fertilizer block. Well, to make fertilizer block bones, well, I can do that from making the bone blocks. Gunpowder. That's UU matter if I'm going to make that, or I can separate it out of TNT, or I can transmute with astral sorcery redstone into gunpowder, which is a possibility, except I don't have any astral sorcery stuff here in this dimension, so I can't do that. So that means I need to kill some creepers, which is that mob farm over there. But let's go ahead and sleep real quick so that it's day, because you know, much nicer when there's light. There we go. All right, so I also said I was going to move this a little closer to my gravity block. I also pointed it into a chest so that I can pick up things easier that way. Anyway, I went ahead, and 24 blocks away is this little contraption. And this is your kind of standard mob farm sort of thing, except instead of having a single channel where they can spawn, there's 3 channels and a back channel. And if I'm far enough away, I can just see, because I'm using half slabs all the way across, I can see that the stuff's there. Ooh, and I'm missing a few things. Let's grab the rest of the stuff, because unprepared. All right, here we got some stone bricks, and let's grab the rest of these slabs. All right. What I could have done is, you know, because these 2 side pieces are kind of cramped feeling right here, I could have made this one further block over, and then there would be an empty space in between, and I was going, I don't care. I don't care enough. This was my way of getting in so I could do some work in here, and I don't need that anymore. So let's go ahead and break this real quick. And Diamond Pick makes very quick work of all this. So is your standard mob producing what's-it. So we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. And then I need to put down my bricks. And does it need to go one more? Nope, nope. I think that's... It does need to go one more. That's not far enough. All right, let's come over here. I need one there and there and there. Half slab trick means that they actually, there is no light spawning there. Even though you can see through it, it actually does not allow light to come through. We F4, you can see it's already got some red numbers in there. All right, and then this, I need to use the right tool so it's faster. All right, so let's put one there, and one there, and there. All right, so now that's all entrapped. And we'll break this guy here and put the final one there. And I've got the half slab down here so nothing spawns. And I don't think they can spawn onto the void blocks. I'm thinking that's a thing. I can see through there, which is just fine. Let's come back here to the back. F4, yep, see, it's all zeros. And I can still attack with my sword and kill them. So that is mob spawning. And just in case they could spawn beyond, I put a little gate there. All right, so I'm going to have to kill at least four creepers to get the gunpowder I will need. But there's another possibility, and that's to make a loot kit producer. So let's take the weathered azurite. Let's split it up so it's a little bit faster cooking up. So I've got here my last 4 blocks of metal diamonds, so I'll have to make more of that. Crystal block, an azul machine case, and some liquid souls. And if I steal that and steal that, nope, come on, crystal. Put these in here, and this makes me a loot kit producer, and it will produce loot kits, which in and of themselves don't do much, but if I put that right there, and I think I can put, I'll put it right on top. So what it'll do is it's going to consume some power from the crystal here, and every so often it is going to spawn out a loot kit. So that's what we're looking for. And what's that red dot over here? Oh, it's got to be a zombie pigman. Whoa, no, that is not a zombie pigman. That is some frozen guy over there. I have never seen that before. Okay, I will tackle him later. Have you made a loot kit yet? There we go. Loot kit. Produced in a loot kit producer. And if I steal that guy, I can right-click him and he will make random mob loot. But this gives me a creeper loot kit. I've got enough for 4 in that. Right-click. How many did I get? Hot diggity dog, there's all I need. I don't need that at all. Ooh, but there's a creeper over there. All right, let's go ahead and put that there. I want to kill me the creeper. Oh, my creeper disappeared, and now I have a zombie. Well, poop. That's not what I wanted, but I'll kill the zombie anyway. Hello, zombie. How are you? And I don't think he can... Yeah, he can't hit me from here. They can shoot you from way over there, so that's something you have to watch out for. All right, so that works nicely. Let's go kill that frozen thing, because that's creepy. And another one. So it'll keep producing those. This guy's still here. Let's run in and kill. Lace skeleton. All right, crystallized dust. Funky. Okay. How did you spawn here? I don't see any light levels that are low enough unless they can just spawn on ice. Huh. All right. That's creepy. Okay, what can I do with crystallized dust? Potion of freezing, huh? Dropped by glacier skeletons that spawn on snow. Oh, okay. They spawn on snow. No snow. No spawning. Okay. Which is a good thing, because I don't want to have them spawn and attack me, because that would be bad. Oh, there we go. Bunch more mobs spawning over there. Cool, but I'm going to ignore them because I want... I'll put that there for now. I want the fertilized blocks. Give me that. And I just need 2 of them here, and that gives me a raw repairing paste. So let's go ahead and cook up the repairing paste. And no idea what to do with the smooth azurite. Okay, there. What can we use? Blocks for making stuff. Makes the loot kit produce and cover. So it's its use other than decoration is for the loot kit producer. That's it. But I do like the blue. That is kind of a cool looking blue. All right, repairing paste. It says, place it in your left hand to slowly repair items in your right hand. Well, cool beans. Let's start repairing the pick. It has 912. Holy cow, that went up a bunch right there. I like that a lot. Okay, I like that a whole lot. This... Okay, so it is doing 1 for 1, it looks like, but it's doing 10 durability at a time. So, very nice, very nice. Okay, I like that a lot. So, I'm going to go ahead and kill me some of these guys because they're going to give me some various loot bits that I need. Although, these loot kits are pretty cool. They don't stack. They do not stack. Oh, okay. Well, let's use these. Zombie kits, wither skeleton kit, cool. Witch kits, another wither skeleton kit, slimes, skeletons, shulkers, ghasts, endermen. Ooh, I can get my ender pearls that way. Creepers and blaze. Ooh, that might be much easier to get the blaze rods and blaze powder that way. So this opens up a whole bunch of possibilities there. So don't really need that now. But I'm glad to have that. That gives me a chance to get some of the other stuff. So if you want to skip the whole loot producer, loot kit producer, you certainly can. You can just make yourself a standard skyblock mob farm, and that will definitely work for you. But there is another mob farm I need to make because, here, let's look at the quests. I want to get into Mistcraft, and to make Mistcraft going, I need ink sacs. I'm going to need a bunch of ink sacs, and the only way to get ink sacs is with squid. So I'm going to have to make a squid farm. Well, you got you there. You're there. I'm going to make a squid farm this direction. And there's certain rules for spawning squid. They have to obviously spawn in water. But they only spawn between certain heights, and I'm thinking it's like 63 at the tallest and 40 something at the lowest. So I'll have to take a look and find out exactly what I need to do. And then the question is, do I do a like separate columns of water, so hopefully if they swim out they will fall and die really fast, or a larger chunk of water so that they spawn more but then they sit around in the water more? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have to go at least 24 blocks that away, so that while I'm just running around doing stuff up here, they have a chance to spawn, just like being 24 blocks away, they have a chance to spawn the mobs over there. So yay. And just like that, I have a squid farm. Well, let me show you what I've got here. Down there is 63 down to 46. That is the area where squids will spawn. Now, it says, according to the Minecraft wiki, that squids will spawn in both solid water blocks, source blocks, as well as running water. So rather than doing multiple layers of source blocks, I decided to go ahead with a 5x5 area up here of source blocks, and then I got a layer of dirt, and then it's hollow down there, and that should work. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the dirt, and we should be go. And I've calculated it that from here, the closest edge is 24 blocks away. Now, the way that I did that was, okay, here's a little warning, math ahead. Pythagorean theorem says if you've got a right angle, you can figure out the three sides. A square plus b square equals c square, which is the hypotenuse, the diagonal piece. Well, I know the diagonal needs to be 24 blocks, because that's how far away you need to be for things to spawn. And you really want to be within 32, because that's when they will start moving. If you're beyond 32, they stop moving, which for squid mean they just sit there and do nothing. If gravity worked on squid, that would be great. They would fall down and it would be perfect, but they don't. They just stay there. So you want to be within 24 and 32 blocks. Anyway, I also know the height of where I need to be, which is 19, that's B, so I need to solve for A. So if I minus B squared from both sides, that gives me A squared equals C squared minus B squared. Now, I know that C, the hypotenuse, that's 24, so 24 squared minus, and the distance down from my location here, y82 down to 63 is 19. So that's B, so B squared, that's 19 squared. So I've got A squared equals 576 minus 361, which is 215. So A squared equals 215. You do the square root of both of those, and you get 14.6 and stuff, which tells me that I need to go out 15 blocks. Well, this is 12 because I'm also going another 3 down there. So that's how I did the math. And you were probably thinking that, you know, you'd never use algebra out of school. Well, it's useful to have. So I've got my source blocks. It's empty all the way down there. So let's go ahead and actually break the dirt, and this will flood it all the way down. I was tempted to go with the ice, and then I realized, no. That's more blocks of ice than I cared to make. And this was pretty easy with this little layer right here. All right, so you can see the water's flooding all the way down. And I have down here, to stop the water, I've got an area here with just a single air gap, because the squid, if they drop down to here, they don't suffocate, because, you know, they will asphyxiate because they're running out of water. And so I've got the pressure plates that holds up the water, plus a sign over the hopper, because if I put a pressure plate over the hopper, then that will lock the hopper, which isn't good. And I went with the pressure plates because that's just two pieces of wood each, as opposed to, you know, needing to make signs with extra. And yeah, I said no. Okay, so the hopper feeds down to my chest. Let me grab my dirt back, and then I've got a gravity block down here, and that's enough to do 5 by 5. And so anything, as you saw, all the dirt blocks that came down, anything in any of the corners will all get pulled into the center. I was thinking I could do something else, like trap doors or things like that, but they block the things going through. Whereas the pressure plates work just fine. So I've got myself a squid farm. Now, how well it will work is a whole nother matter. I did a little testing in a creative side to see how it would go, and I did it in 2 different ways. I ran it for about, let's look at the clock, so about 8 hours with this source block at the top raining down, and I was over here at the side looking at it, so I was within that 32 and 24 block radius, and I got 3 ink sacs for 8 hours, which is pretty poor. Then the other thing I did is I went in there and I turned it all into source blocks, and then went off to work and came back, and that was about 10 some odd hours, and I got 3 ink sacs. So that makes me wonder, okay, why? I don't know. It works, but I really don't get why it's not working nearly as well, because this is a friggin' void. There's nothing out here. It should work gangbusters. You know, even now, there should be squid spawning in there like crazy. Light levels don't matter. I don't know. All right, so the other thing... Ooh, got an Enderman over there. Let's go kill us that Enderman. Yeah, I added a little bit of wool, put a pressure plate here to make sure this is always closed on me, because I like that. Just in case something gets through. Nothing should be, but, you know, just in case something does. Die, enemy, die. And you guys, you can die as well. I should claim this just to be on the safe side, because that'll keep these guys from blowing things up. But let's go ahead and grab all those bits. All right, good. Oh, and another ender pearl. I have gotten an ender pearl. Give me back the dirt. I've gotten back an ender pearl for every one of the endermen that have spawned so far, which is really, really nice. I like that. So 1, 2, 3. Let's grab 3 arrows. Yeah, that crystallized dust from that frozen skeleton, that was just creepy. Anyway, couple heads. Oh, there was a petch from Thaumcraft that was there. You know, zombie brains, all that good stuff. Couple wisps. Holy cow, the animals have multiplied while I was down there. Because, again, you're more than 24 blocks away, and you may get a chance for wild animals to spawn on the grass. So, the reason why I wanted those 3 arrows, I am making me a hunting dimension frame. And let's grab a... What, don't I have a... Oh, I have it already on me. Never mind. Alright, I'm going to put my frame here. Doot. And let's go boot, doot, doot, and we'll break you. Hey, I got a shovel right there. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to put the frame here, and this will get me access to the hunting dimension. Oh, I think it needs to be one higher. It needs to be one higher. Let's just give it a... Yeah, see, it doesn't work. Alrighty, fine. Axe. And let's, yeah, let's axe all of these. This guy doesn't need to be there. Hup. I've got 4. I don't need 4, actually. Oh no, I do need 4. I need one there, and then these 2 guys can go. Alright. So, you know, just for... Because I like seeing the top, I will chop off the bottom here, because technically don't need that block there. Because it follows the same rule of nether portals. So let's get the dirt in there. This mouse is not wanting to scroll. Now let's break this. Wrong tool. I don't need that one there either. And I'll just... Wow, that was really strange. Okay, I do... Oh, I got some nothingness here. I say, why did that go there? Alright, let's also break this one here. I also need to break that nothingness there. There we go. Alrighty, now that looks more normal, although that looks kind of strange over there. I don't care. Light. And that is a portal to the hunting dimension. Now, if you're going to go into the hunting dimension, I strongly suggest that you grab a really nice set of armor and weapons, because it's perpetually night in there and full of nasty mobs. Let's go see it. Ooh, the astral sorcery spot right there. I'm going to light this up a little bit more. Oh, another astral sorcery. Double bonus. So one right there, and I'm out of here. I have no armor on whatsoever. I do have a pretty good sword, but I have no armor. Alright, so that's how you're going to get access to the astral sorcery stuff. So if we look at the quests... Astral sorcery, the quest is very abbreviated at this point. You know, it's how to begin. You know, you need this void world has nothing in it, so you need to get a marble brick, which those structures do. And this talks about going into the hunting dimension, roam around in there, find the marble bricks, and you should be good to go. Now. Actually, you should speak about quests here. I went ahead and talked with the mod pack author and did some help with organizing the quests. His goal was, you know, the concept of the mod is that you are a new god. You've just had your initial creation, and everything is nothingness, and you need to create everything from that nothingness. Well. The beginning, each one of these quests is from a different other god that's helping you and coaching you how to go. And so the beginning one is the god of new life. And if you look at these quests, Kriesel was saying, hey, could you know, he wanted them to have their own different voice, so to speak. And so I said, okay, let me write the quest text in such a way that they they have a little bit different voice. So this guy always talks to you as a young god. You know, so greetings, young god. You have correction, blah 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 blah. And you know, over here, blah blah blah. Blah, now, young god. You know, he's a much older one talking to you. And this leads you through some of the god block and some of the Hearthwell bits to get you going. Now the Hearthwell god, he is talking to you as a dear friend, and so that's his voice as he leads you through the quest. He always, you know, dear friend, you know, my dear friend. That's the sort of way that he talks. And there's 2 chapters here that will walk you through much of the Hearthwell mod. Then comes the Mistcraft book, and this quest, he speaks to you in the more archaic English language, so we're talking about 400 years old, so it's a lot of these and thous and stuff like that. So, you know, to master piercing through the mist, thou shalt construct a multitude of devices, let me show thee the way. So, you know, a lot of if you're used to Shakespeare, that'll work. Anyway, so he uses a lot of the thou speak. The astral sorcery guy, he is using the more, I'll get flack for this, the more stuck-up one speak, in that he never says you, it's always one. As in, since one is in a void of nothingness, I have placed these in a new, you know, blah, 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 blah. One should do this, and one does that, and blah, blah, blah. So that's the voice of this. And as I update this quest to kind of walk you through astral sorcery, you know, that's the sort of language that the astral sorcery god will use. Is, you know, one should blah blah blah. Ender.io, I have no idea. I have no idea how to give him a voice at this point. If you've got ideas, I would love to hear about it. One of the interesting things, though, you need bedrock for this to work, and you need bedrock in the overworld for this to work. The problem is, if you're looking down there, there's no bedrock here at all. Oh yes, you'll get mob sounds from the hunting frame. So you need to either go to the hunting dimension and get down to the bedrock there, or any of the Mistcraft dimensions that have bedrock, and you need to figure out a way of moving the bedrock from those dimensions back here to the overworld. That's your quest. And then with that, you can start this. And, you know, again, this is something that you know, most people are familiar with Ender.io. So this is the lowest of the quests that I feel like updating and, you know, walking you through. So this probably would, you know, I'd much rather do this than the Ender.io quests. Mistcraft is done as far as writing up this. It'll walk you all through making the books, the writing desk, everything. And I didn't have to do very much. The God of Great Greed here under trades, there's only one thing here, which if you a lot of diamonds, you can get a creative modifier for your Tinker's tools. And that gives you, you know, even if, say your tool has 5 modifiers on it and you've used all 5 and you want to add more modifiers, here you go. You keep giving him 128 blocks of diamonds and you will get another modifier that you can slap on there, and you can just lather, rinse, repeat. This is a repeatable quest. That's what that little, you know, icon there says. It can be repeated. So that's the quests on that, which really is useful. Oh, and then also there's the emergency items. You know, it takes, if you sit here for 5 minutes, you will get an apple. So if you're starving, you need some food, that's the way to do it. Pig, you're not supposed to be here. And now he's no longer here. I'm going to harvest his wool a little bit. Oh, and that guy's wool. Hey, Pig, you're not supposed to be here either. Alright, let's grab my... Oh, I'm going to get 1 shearing off of this guy. And it's gone. Alright, so... Oh, I already have yellow. Oh, okay. Let's take a quick gander. I don't see any squid. My guess is that while I've been chatting, there's been no squid spawning, and I don't know why. I don't know. They should spawn just fine. They should be spawning like crazy. The mobs are capped, but the passive mobs and the squid mobs are not capped in the same way. Yep. Yeah, I don't get it. And I can just go home real fast this way. Kind of interesting looking from below. I can see where I put the torches to light up underneath my crafting tables. Oh well. So, oh yeah, I've got more wisps. Those are nasty because they will zap me good. I don't like them a lot. Anyway, I have gotten me a mob farm. I've got the loot kit producers so that I can specify exactly what sort of loot I want. And if I need lots of ender pearls, I think that may be the way to go, because that's really slow as far as ender pearls. And I also have a squid farm over here that is doing who knows how much. But I'm going to go ahead and AFK here and just see if I get anything overnight. Hopefully I get a bunch, because Mistcraft is the next thing I want to jump into, and that requires a goodly amount of ink sacs, and wow, and also the sugarcane to make paper. But you know, I've got over a stack, almost 2 stacks of sugarcane, so not too concerned about that. I just want to get some squid to spawn. Why are they not spawning? I don't understand it. Anyway, if you have any ideas or suggestions on a better squid farm, I would love to hear it in the comments. And this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, playing a little God Block. And thanks for watching.